વંદે ગુજરાત.
In section 3 of part 3, we are going to talk about adjectives and also adverbs. What are adjectives? They are basically describing words. And what are adverbs? So, with a lot of practice worksheets and also to understand the different types, we will continue in section 3. So, let's understand what adverbs are. Good. So, adverbs, as the name suggests, what's adverb? It gives you more information about a verb. For example, Tim is running. Okay, આમાં એક એક્શન થઈ રહી છે. Tim is running now. Okay, at the moment. આના પરથી તમને ખબર પડે છે કે કઈ રીતે રન કરે છે? No, he is running. Okay. પણ જો હું એમ કહું, Tim is running fast. તમે એક પિક્ચર વિઝ્યુઅલાઇઝ કરી શકો છો કે ફાસ્ટ રન કરે છે. Tim is running slowly. Tim is running continuously. Tim is running daily. Tim runs daily. Okay, તો એ રોજ સવારે રન કરવા જાય છે. તો આ બધા વર્ડ્સ શું છે? It tells you more about the verb run. Tim is running carelessly. Tim is running carefully. Right? So આ બધા વર્ડ્સ શું કરે છે? રનિંગ વિશે તમને વધારે માહિતી મળે છે, વધારે ઇન્ફોર્મેશન મળે છે. રન શું છે? વર્બ. એ તો હવે ક્લિયર છે, રાઈટ? ફિઝિકલ વર્બ, એક્શન વર્ડ, એના વિશે વધારે માહિતી મળે છે. સો ધેરફોર these words are called adverbs. Quickly, slowly, continuously, carelessly, carefully, beautifully, daily, sometimes, rarely, often. આ બધા વર્ડ શું કરે છે? It tells you more about run. So they are called adverbs. એટલે adverbs શું છે? Which give you more information about verbs. Fine. Adverbsનું ખાલી એ જ કામ નથી. Adverbsનું થોડું કામ એ પણ છે કે એ એડજેક્ટિવ વિશે પણ વધારે માહિતી આપે. એડજેક્ટિવ વિશેમાં વધારે માહિતી એટલે શું? તો તમને હું પાછું ચેરની એક્ઝામ્પલ પર લઈ જાઉં છું. મેં કીધું કે ધ ચેર ઇઝ કમ્ફર્ટેબલ. કરેક્ટ? ચેર નાઉન છે અને કમ્ફર્ટેબલ શું છે? એડજેક્ટિવ. પણ હું એમાં એમ લગાવું, ધ ચેર ઇઝ સો કમ્ફર્ટેબલ. સો કમ્ફર્ટેબલ. તો સો શું છે? એ કમ્ફર્ટેબલ વિશે વધારે માહિતી આપે છે. તો સો થઈ ગયું એડવર્બ. ધ ચેર ઇઝ વેરી કમ્ફર્ટેબલ. વેરી શું થઈ ગયું? એડવર્બ. Why? It gives you more information about the adjective comfortable. So, adverbsના બે કામ છે. મેજરલી એનું કામ છે વર્બ્સને ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કરવાનું. ઓકે? અને બીજું એડજેક્ટિવ્સને પણ ક્યારે ક્યારે ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કરે છે. ક્લિયર? વેરી ગુડ. હવે જે એડવર્બ્સ છે એ ડિફરન્ટ ટાઈપ્સ ઓફ એડવર્બ્સ હોય છે. વોટ આર દે? લેટ્સ સી. નાઉ, an adverb is a word that tells us more about a verb in a sentence. Correct? મેં તમને હમણાં એના વિશે કીધું. It gives us information about the following aspects of a verb. જેવી રીતે, કેવી રીતે કોઈ એક્શન થઈ? રામ runs carefully. Okay? So, કેવી રીતે રન કરે છે? Carefully. How? Carefully. તો એને કહેવાય manner. Where an action occurs. ક્યાં થયું છે? Okay? Ram runs outside the farm or inside the farm. તો ક્યાં રન કરે છે? ઇનસાઇડ અને આઉટસાઇડ. એ વર્ડ શું થઈ ગયા? ઇટ શોઝ યુ ધ પ્લેસ. ઓકે? સો એને કહેવાય એડવર્બ ઓફ પ્લેસ. એડવર્બ ઓફ ટાઈમ. રામ ઇઝ રનિંગ નાવ. રામ વિલ રન લેટર. રામ વિલ રન સૂન. ઓકે? Ram runs soon after he wakes up. Okay? So here, as you can see, all these words, they tell you about the time when running occurs. So therefore, they are called adverb of time. And lastly, how frequently. Ram runs every day. તો એ બતાડે છે કે રોજ રન કરે છે. How frequently? Every day. Ram usually runs. on weekdays. તો આ શું બતાડે છે કે રોજ તો નથી, પણ યસ યુઝ્યુઅલી વધારે વાર, ઓફન, યુઝ્યુઅલી, જનરલી, રાઈટ. રામ ક્યારેક ક્યારેક જ રન કરે છે. રામ રન્સ સમટાઈમ્સ. રામ બહુ જ થોડીક વાર રન કરે છે. તો રામ રન્સ રેરલી, કરેક્ટ. અને ક્યારેય નહીં, રામ નેવર રન્સ. ઓકે, સો ધીઝ આર ઓલ adverbs of frequency. So adverbs જે છે એ 4 ટાઈપ્સના: adverb of manner, કેવી રીતે, how; adverb of place, where; adverb of time, when; and adverb of frequency, how frequently. Adverbs of manner I've already explained, to show how an action happens. They are living happily. So કેવી રીતે they are living, it gives you more information about the word, about the verb living. She completed her work diligently. So diligently shows કે કેવી રીતે એનું વર્ક કમ્પ્લીટ કર્યું છે, એ કમ્પ્લીટ વિશે વધારે બતાડે છે. ઓકે, સારા ઇઝ ડ્રાઇવિંગ કેરલેસલી. તો કેવી રીતે ડ્રાઈવ કરે છે? કેરલેસલી. દરેકમાં કેવી રીતેનો આન્સર છે. આઈ મેટ માય ફ્રેન્ડ એક્સિડેન્ટલી. Accidentally એટલે suddenly, coincidentally, right? Not planned. Accidentally in the mall. Students were listening to the lecture attentively. કેવી રીતે સાંભળતા હતા? Attentively. Okay, so these are all adverbs of manner. એનો આન્સર છે, હંમેશા આન્સર આપે કેવી રીતે. Then adverbs of place. They show where. They were coming here. Someone is talking outside. Please come inside. They live somewhere in Paris. Somewhere. He went downstairs. I climb upstairs. So all these are adverbs of place. It tells you more about the verb. Tells you more about, where the action took place. Adverbs of time. It talks about when an action occurred. He will go to office tomorrow. ક્યારે જશે? ક્યારે? Tomorrow. I met him. ક્યારે? Yesterday. Please call him. ક્યારે? Now. Okay, he will come soon. I'm still waiting for my report. Clear? So these are all adverbs of time. Then we have adverbs of frequency, which I've already told you. Daily 100%, usually 75%, always 100%. Often 75%, never is 0, and never drink. So now let's practice some adverbs. આમાં તમારે શું કરવાનું છે કે often, you can see બ્રેકેટમાં લખેલું છે, કરેક્ટ. હવે oftenને મારે ક્યાં મૂકવાનું? Where should I place often in this sentence? હું એમ કહું they go to the movies often, or should I say they often go to the movies, or should I say they go often to the movies, or should I say they go to often the movies? Where should I place? એનો તમારે આ બધામાં આન્સર આપવાનો છે. તો તમારે શું કરવાનું છે? એને કરેક્ટ જગ્યાએ પ્લેસ કરીને એને રીરાઇટ કરવાનો સેન્ટેન્સ છે. એટલે that is why the line. Okay, you have to rewrite the sentence again. I'm giving you some time. Do it. Think. Right? You think first how it happens, and then we will discuss. Start. Okay. So let's look at the answers. So here you can see કે mostly જે બધા adverbs છે, they are placed before the verb. They often go to the movies. She rarely listens to classical music. Verbની પહેલાં છે, ગોની પહેલાં often છે, listensની પહેલાં rarely છે. He reads the local newspaper sometimes. પણ તમે જો sometimes છેલ્લે છે. હવે આ જે sometimes word છે એ ફ્રી છે, એનું મૂવમેન્ટ રેસ્ટ્રિક્ટેડ નથી એ એડવર્બનું. એ તમે સમટાઈમ્સ હી રીડ્સ ધ લોકલ ન્યૂઝપેપર એવી રીતે પણ બોલી શકો. હી સમટાઈમ્સ રીડ્સ ધ લોકલ ન્યૂઝપેપર એવી રીતે પણ બોલી શકો. ઓકે, સો સમટાઈમ્સ કેન બી યુઝડ ઇન ધ બિગિનિંગ, ઇન ધ મિડલ, and also in the end. Sarah smiles, so never smiles. Fine. She complains about her husband. She always complains. Fine. So, as you can see, sometimes is the only adverb which doesn't have a restricted movement. બાકી બધા adverbs જે છે એ વર્બની પહેલાં આવી જાય. Okay, this is what you remember. Time for practice. You have to choose the correct answer, and your time starts now. Okay, the answers are: the group found their hotel easily. Easefully कोई शब्द ज નથી. Okay, after some navigation. I wish that I could explain things clearly. Then Megan plays sports how dedicatedly. Manner है ना, mostly બધા manners ના છે. The teacher asked us to complete our tasks quickly. How? Quickly. As a child, Jerry spoke very softly. આમાં very શું છે? એ પણ adverb છે. Okay? I want my children to behave nicely. Right? Do you think you speak English well? Okay. Good na ave. Good is an adjective. We don't use good as an adverb. Yes, of course. I'm doing well. That's what you say. Okay. So these are some practice links for adverbs. Kindly practice. Video links che, again, very informative. So do watch the videos and please practice the worksheets, and I'm sure it will help you a lot to understand this concept better. So we completed adverbs. Now we are going to start with prepositions. So prepositions શું છે એ સમજીશું. Let's look at the slide. Prepositions વગર કોઈ પણ English sentence correct નહીં બને. તમારે prepositions જોઈશે જ. Okay? If I say, I have an interview 11 a.m. Does it make sense? No. કારણ કે 11 a.m. શું? So I have to say I have an interview at 11 a.m. મારે એવું કેવું છે, book table પર છે. So if I say the book is on the table, that's correct. But જો હું on ના વાપરું and I say the book is the table, which is again incorrect. So therefore prepositions are very important. These are small words, but they can actually change the meaning of the sentence. So let's understand in details what prepositions are. હવે જે prepositions છે, they are divided into prepositions of time, prepositions of place, and prepositions of movement. We are first going to talk about prepositions of time. So these are the prepositions of time. Let's look at each one of them. So in, on, at, these are 2-letter words, but very important as far as time is concerned. But from and to is also a preposition of time. Till, until, they both mean the same. Till and until એનો મતલબ સેમ છે. Till આપણે informally વધારે use કરીએ જ, and until we use it formally. Then we have since, for, okay, and all other before, after, ago, during. These are all the prepositions of time. We will first look at in. First we will look at at. At is for specific time. Okay? કોઈ પણ ચોક્કસ ટાઈમ માટે આપણે at use કરીએ. For example, at 4 o'clock, at 11:45, at night. See, we say in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, but we say at night. Then at midnight, at lunchtime. આ બધામાં આપણે at વાપરીએ because we are talking about a specific time. તો ક્યારે પણ તમારે સ્પેસિફિક ટાઈમ વિશે વાત કરવી હોય તો you always use at the moment. For example, I wake up early at 6 a.m. So at is used to talk about a specific time. I reach college at 11 a.m. I leave college at 5 p.m. I have my dinner with my family at 8 p.m. I sleep at 10 p.m. So we use at to talk about specific time. ચોક્કસ time માટે આપણે at use કરીએ. Fine. Next we will talk about for. In. In is used for longer periods. Okay. લાંબા સમય જે દર્શાવવો હોય એના માટે આપણે in વાપરીએ. જે રીતે in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. In November. November is a longer period, right? In 2017, again a longer period. In the 18th century, in the 21st century, in the past, in winter, in the 1990s. So when I say in the 1990s, it means હું એક ડેકેડની વાત કરું છું. ડેકેડ એટલે પીરિયડ ઓફ 10 years. દસકો આપણે જેને ગુજરાતીમાં કહીએ. Okay? So in always shows longer period of time. Okay? I was born in February. Right? I was a teacher in the past. I will come in a few minutes. Okay? I started working in 2000. So these are some of the examples of in. In is always used to talk about longer periods of time. Next we are going to talk about is on. On is very simple. Remember this keyword days and dates. Days and dates માટે we use on. On Monday morning, on Saturday afternoon, right? On my birthday, on a vacation, on a holiday, on a weekday. કોઈ specific date હોય તો, for example on 19th May 2021, on 16th April, on a sunny day. So on is used always with days and dates. Christmas is on 25th December, right? That way we use on for days and dates. Then next we are going to talk about from and to. From always shows the starting time and to shows the end time. Start time, end time. I have my class from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So from is the starting time, to is the end time. Okay. The bank is open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So again start time and end time. Talking about before and after, that's quite easy. Before એટલે પહેલા, after એટલે પછી. I generally have my dinner before sunset. Okay. I sleep before 10 p.m. Okay. Or I wake up after 7 a.m. I go for a walk after dinner. So આ બધા તમને before, after ના બધા sentences shows time. Then talking about by and until. Let's understand the difference between by and until. So when do we use by and when do we use until? Next we are going to talk about by and until. Let's understand what is the difference between by and until. By is a deadline. That's the key word. એટલે આ ટાઈમ સુધી આ થઈ જવું જોઈએ. For example, I have to submit my assignment by tomorrow morning. So this is the deadline. અને until નો મતલબ કે કોઈ પણ કામ તમે એ ટાઈમ સુધી કરી શકો છો. For example, I have time until tomorrow morning to complete my assignment. So this is the difference between by and until. Okay? By એટલે deadline અને until એટલે કોઈ પણ કામ ત્યાં સુધી થઈ શકે છે. Next, we are also going to talk about since and for. So when do we use since and when do we use for? Since no keyword છે starting time and for no keyword છે duration of time. Okay? I have been working since 2000. So that's the starting time. ક્યારથી મેં start કર્યું? 2000 થી. So since always talks about starting time and for talks about duration of time. I've been working for 16 years. For 16 years. એટલે એ સમયગાળો બતાડે છે टाइम पीरियड बताड़े केटला टाइम सुधी में काम कर्युं. सो सिंस इज द स्टार्टिंग टाइम, फॉर इज द ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम. फाइन. हाँ, पण मारे सिंस जोड़े यर्सनी बात करवी होय तो आई विल हैव टू यूज अ वर्ड कॉल्ड लास्ट. आई हैव बीन वर्किंग since last 16 years. Now this is correct. Okay, so since talks about starting time, for talks about duration of time, and if you want to talk about duration with since, you will have to use the word last. So prepositions of time ma we spoke about in, on, at. We also spoke about from and to. We spoke about before, after. We also spoke about by and until. We spoke about since and for, correct? Now next we move on to next prepositions. Let's do the exercise first. Okay, so these are, you'll have to fill up using prepositions of time, especially in, on and at. I'm giving you some time, start practicing. So let's look at the answers. As I told you, on is with date, in month because longer duration. યર અગેન લાંબો ડ્યુરેશન છે એટલે ઇન. જો મંથ અને યર સાથે હોય, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ this is April 2022, right? So we say in April 2022. But જ્યારે ડેટ, મંથ અને યર ત્રણે હોય તો we use on. On 16th April 2022. Specific time always at. So at 12 p.m. Morning, afternoon, evening जोड़े always in and in जोड़े the also. At night, okay, night is a shorter time, so therefore we always say at. In 2000 again, longer period, and in 20 years. Next, let's look at the other answer key as well. So these are the answers. Again, at specific time 4:30 in March, on Monday morning, at 3 o'clock, on 6th March, at noon. See, why do we say at noon? Because it is exactly 12 in the afternoon. 12 p.m. Exact 12 વાગે એટલે આપણે એને noon કહીએ, એટલે it's 12 noon. And same thing is with midnight, at midnight, because it's 12 a.m. Okay, so we say at midnight, at noon, at midnight. With next, we never use any preposition. I have a meeting next Monday. So no preposition with next. Likewise, no preposition with every. I go on a vacation every Diwali. I don't say I go on a vacation in every Diwali. That's wrong English. Okay. Same thing is last June. I went on a vacation last June. You don't say in last June. Last also we don't use a preposition, and lastly we don't use a preposition with this. I'm going to meet my friend this afternoon. Clear? So here also I have not used any preposition. Baki all the prepositions, you can check your answers. So these are prepositions of time. Now we move forward to prepositions of place. Okay, so these are all the prepositions of place that you should be knowing. Let's understand each one of them. So સૌથી પહેલા છે on. On means on a plain surface. Yeah, you can see the mug is on the table. The pencil is on the notepad. Okay, so on means on a plain surface, a two-dimensional surface. On the table, on the notepad. Fine. Remember, on એટલે કસા ઉપર. On. Next is over. So when do we use over? Over is vertically upwards when you're talking about something or over something. For example, I am wearing a jacket over my top. Okay, I am carrying an umbrella over my head. The cat has worn a scarf over her neck. Clear? So over is કસાની ઉપર અને જ્યારે આમ હોય તો vertically upwards. So that's over. And next is above. When do we use above? So we use above to talk about something which is higher up. For example, the plane is flying above the clouds. બીજો એક એક્ઝામ્પલ એ છે કે જ્યારે સેમ સરફેસ પર ઉપર નીચે કંઈ હોય અને તમે વાત કરતા હોવ તો પણ આપણે above યુઝ કરીએ. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, the black rectangle is above the red one. The black rectangle is above the red rectangle. Yeah, in the first picture. Likewise, I have a noisier neighbors above me. મારા ઉપર બહુ અવાજ કરવાવાળા neighbors રહે છે. So that is what above means. Okay. My nose is above my mouth. So that is above. Above means something which is high up, right? Or same surface પર ઉપર નીચે હોય ત્યારે પણ you use above. Next we talk about under. Under is opposite of over. Okay. So for example, I'm wearing a top under my jacket. I'm wearing a top under my jacket. Okay. Under આપણે generally anything which is vertically downwards માટે પણ use કરીએ. Right. For example, the girl is standing under the tree. So vertically downwards. When it rains, you stand under a tree or you stand under a bridge to take shelter. So under means basically under some 3D object, you know. When you're sitting, your legs are under the table. When you're sitting on a chair. So that is under. Under is used over and under. They are used with numbers also. Over 18, under 18. Clear? So numbers જોડે પણ we use over and under. We use above 18 and below 18 also. Now જેમ above છે top માટે, એમ below છે to talk about something which is in the down, right? So that's below. So here I can say the plane is below the clouds. Okay. I have the red painting or the red rectangle is below the black one. I have noisier neighbors below me. મારા નીચે રહે છે. Below નું opposite છે above, and over and under are opposites. Next we will talk about across. So when do we say across? So when you cross the street and there's something. So for example, મારું ઘર છે ને હું રસ્તો ક્રોસ કરીને સામે જાઉં તો there's a nice restaurant. So I can say there's a nice restaurant across my house. So that means when you cross the road and there's something across. My friend is standing across the road. Okay. So across is a preposition, means sameni baju. I swam across the river. I swam across the river. Sameni baju. Clear? Then next is along. Along means ni sathe. Fine. The trains always move along the track. है ना, ट्रैक ની જોડે જોડે મૂવ કરે. અક્રોસ મૂવ કરવાને થાય તો એક્સિડન્ટ થાય, right? So along means parallel. Clear? So across means the other side, the opposite side, and along means the same side. The train moves along the track. Okay. Suppose મારું ઘર છે અને એની બાજુમાં બેંક છે અને એની બાજુમાં એક સ્કૂલ છે. તો કોઈ મને પૂછે કે મારે સ્કૂલ કઈ રીતે જવાનું, તો what would I say? It's on the same side. It's along the same side of my house, right? You don't need to go across. It's along the same side. Fine. Next, after along, we have opposite. Now, when do we say opposite? When two people are standing opposite each other like this, okay, facing each other. When they are facing each other, we say opposite. મારું ઘર છે ની સામે બેંક છે. મારી ઘરની ગેટ અને બેંકની ગેટ બંને સામ સામે છે. So I'll say the bank is opposite my house. I can't say in front of. એ ખોટું છે. જ્યારે બંને ગેટ્સ સામ સામે હોય તો we say opposite. So imagine, તમારે imagine કરવાનું તમારા ઘરની સામે શું છે. What is opposite your house? Okay. કયું ગેટ પડે છે સામે. So think about places like this. It will be easier for you to connect. Then after opposite we have in front of. હવે in front of આપણે ક્યારે યુઝ થાય? મારું ઘર છે અને ઘરની આગળ બેંક છે. બેંકની ગેટ મારા ઘરના ગેટને ફેસ નથી કરતી, પેલી બાજુ ફેસ કરે છે. એટલે મારા ઘરની ગેટ અને બેંકની ગેટ બંને એક જ ડિરેક્શનમાં ફેસ કરે છે. દેન વી સે in front of. For example, you can see this lady who's wearing a skirt is standing in front of the other lady. Clear? So this is in front of. એનું opposite છે behind. So in front of and behind. And opposite ક્યારે થાય? When they are standing facing each other. So these are the words that you should be knowing. Next is between. Now when do we use between? Between એટલે બેની વચ્ચે generally we say. For example, the bigger house between the two smaller houses is mine. Now you can see the funding file. If I'm talking about the funding file, it is in between the plan file and the budget file. Very clear, right? So that's between. આ between word છે એ પણ તમે જોશો તો બે picturesની between છે. Then we'll talk about among. Now when do we use among? Correct pronunciation is among. Fine. So suppose મારે આ એક white building છે first pictureમાં, જે બહુ બધા મોટા buildings છે એની વચ્ચે છે. બહુ ક્લિયરલી વિઝિબલ નથી એ white building, suppose school છે. So what will I say? The school is among those tall buildings. તમને ક્લિયરલી દેખાતી નથી કશે વચ્ચે છે. Likewise, આમાં મારે ફંડિંગ ફાઇલ શોધવી હોય આ કેબિનેટમાં, so I won't be able to see. There are a lot of files. It is not clearly marked or labeled. So what will I say? The funding file is among those files in the cabinet. Clear? So among is used when it is not distinctly clear, whereas between is used when it is distinctly clear. Next is beside, next to or by. When do we use these? They all mean the same. તમે beside બોલો કે next to બોલો કે by બોલો. હા, ધ્યાન રાખજો beside, હા, not besides, કારણ કે besides નો meaning is different. besides નો મતલબ થાય તદ ઉપરાંત, પણ આપણે અહીંયા beside ની વાત કરે છે. beside એટલે બાજુમાં. For example, you can see the pen stand is next to the desktop, is beside the desktop, is by the desktop. So next to એટલે કે બાજુમાં અથવા beside or by. તમે વિઝ્યુઅલાઇઝ કરો, તમે વિચારો કે તમારા ઘરની બાજુમાં શું છે, right? So think about that. For example, મારા ઘરની બાજુમાં there's a nice park. Okay? So there's a park beside my house or next to my house or by my house. Fine. તમારે betweenનો યુઝ કરવો હોય તો પણ તમે આ પિક્ચરમાં યુઝ કરી શકો છો. The pen stand is between the desktop and the files. Okay? So that's beside, next to and by. Moving on to near. Now this is my house on the right hand side. Fine. અને આ બેંક છે ને વચ્ચે હોસ્પિટલ છે. ઓકે, હવે મને કેવું છે કે મારું ઘર બેંકની બાજુમાં છે. Can I say that? Can I say that my house is next to the bank? No, it's not next to the bank. It is not beside the bank. It is not by the bank. કારણ કે વચ્ચે હોસ્પિટલ છે. Correct? So therefore, you can't say beside. You'll have to say near, પાસે છે. Correct? So my house is next to the hospital, but my house is, near the bank. Clear? So the difference between next to and near, next to means bajuma, either this side or this side. Correct? But near means paase. Then in. When do we use in? So see, I live in India. I live in Gujarat. I live in Ahmedabad. I can say that. Can I say I live inside India? No, I can't say that. Okay? So in is within something. Kasani andar. In. That is where we use in. I'm in the college. But when do we use inside? Inside is used when you want to say about something that is inside completely of a closed object. For example, you can see in this picture that there's a treasure inside the chest. તમને નથી દેખાતું અંદર શું છે. Correct? For example, my My clothes are inside the wardrobe. I can even say in the wardrobe. બંને correct છે. Okay? I can even say my clothes are in the wardrobe, my clothes are inside the wardrobe. The books are in the shelf or inside the shelf, in the bookshelf. Correct? You can say that. Both correct. But તમે inside બધામાં ના વાપરી શકો. You can't say I live inside India or I live inside Ahmedabad. That's incorrect. તો તમે in અને inside વાપરી શકો. જ્યાં તમે inside વાપરો છો ત્યાં તમે in વાપરી શકો. Fine. But inside is generally used when you're talking about something which is in a closed, object. For example, my money is in my wallet. Okay? And I can also say my money is inside my wallet. And my wallet is inside my bag. Clear? So that's the difference between in and inside. Next, at. જેમ આપણે ટાઈમ માટે વાત કરી હતી, at is used for specific time. Likewise, at is used to talk about specific place. તમે કોઈ પર્ટિક્યુલર જગ્યાએ છો, you say at. I'm at the bus stop. Okay? I'm at my friend's birthday party. તમે ત્યાં છો. I'm at the library in the college. I'm at the library in the college. So when you are at a particular place, specific place, you say at. I'm at the table. Okay? In a restaurant. Fine? So that's at. So this was all about prepositions of place. We completed prepositions of time. We completed prepositions of place. Now let's talk about prepositions of movement. Okay? તો આમાં તમે જોશો કે across છે, has, it was there, પ્લેસમાં પણ હતું અને અહીંયા પણ છે. એવી રીતે જ over, under, these are some common words which you will find both places. Prepositions of movement, આ બે પિક્ચર્સથી બહુ સરસ એક્સપ્લેન કરવામાં આવે છે, wherein I don't have to speak much. First, into the box. So, આ બધા words છે ને, into, out of, એ બંને opposite છે એકબીજાના. They always talk about movement. Okay? I put my wallet into the bag. I can't say the wallet is into the bag. That's wrong. Okay? I can say the wallet is in the bag or the wallet is inside the bag. But I can't say the wallet is into the bag. Into shows movement. So, I put the wallet into the bag, into the box. And opposite, out of the box. Around. એટલે round માં ફરવું. Away from. કસા ઓબ્જેક્ટથી દૂર જતા રહ્યો. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, તમે કોલેજની બહાર ચાલી રહ્યા છો, તો યુ આર વોકિંગ અવે ફ્રોમ ધ કોલેજ. તમે સવારે આવી રહ્યા છો કોલેજ, તો તમે કોલેજની તરફ ચાલી રહ્યા છો, કોલેજની ગેટ તરફ. સો યુ સે આઈ એમ વોકિંગ ટુવર્ડ્સ ધ કોલેજ ગેટ. સો ટુવર્ડ્સ એન્ડ અવે ફ્રોમ, they both are opposites and they both show movement. Past. પાસ્ટ એટલે તમારી સામેથી કંઈ પસાર થઈ જવું, એને કહેવાય પાસ્ટ. ઓકે? ધ બસ પાસ્ટ મી. ઓકે? આઈ ડિડન્ટ નોટિસ ધ બસ દેટ પાસ્ટ મી. ફાઇન? એટલે સામેથી પસાર થઈ જવું. દેટ ઇઝ કોલ્ડ પાસ્ટ. દેન ઓન ટુ ધ બોક્સ. ઓન ટુ એટલે નીચેથી ઉપરની મૂવમેન્ટ. ઓન ટુ. ઓકે? યુ કેન સી ઇન ધ પિક્ચર, નીચેથી ઉપરની મૂવમેન્ટ. દેન ઓફ એટલે કસાથી અલગ થઈ જવું. Get off the box. Get off the seat. Take off these papers from the desk. Means અલગ કરી દેવું, disconnect કરી દેવું. And over નો મતલબ છે ઉપરથી. For example, the cat jumped over the fence. હે ને? તો fence એટલે fence, right? અને એનાથી આમ over. So over the fence. So that's prepositions of movement. Some more. Under. You can see the snake wriggles under the wall. Through. Through એટલે એક જગ્યામાંથી, એકમાંથી, એક સાઈડથી બીજા સાઈડમાં પસાર થઈ જવું. That's called through. Across. Again from one side to the other side. Up the stairs and down the stairs. Okay? થ્રુ અને અક્રોસ ડિફરન્ટ છે. થ્રુ એટલે કસામાંથી તમે પસાર થઈ જાઓ છો. ઓકે? થ્રુ ધ ડોર. ફાઇન? અક્રોસ ધ બ્રિજ. સો વન સાઇડ ટુ ધ અધર સાઇડ. અક્રોસ ધ રિવર. So that means I'm at one end of the river and the other end, and I swim across, or I go by boat across the river. So that is all about prepositions of movement, right? And there are other prepositions like with. With is with the help of something. I write with a pen. I chop vegetables with a knife. Within talks about boundary, within a limit, okay, within limited time. And without in avagar, right, without the help of. For is used for reason. Reason માટે આપણે for use કરીએ preposition. I went to the doctor for checkup. અને by એટલે દ્વારા. I went to college by bus. So these are the other prepositions that we use. Now let's do some exercises on prepositions. So a quiz છે, તમને 3-4 pages આવી રીતે quiz ની મળશે. Let's try to solve. I'll give you some time to do it. It's an MCQ basically, and you can just write the correct answer. One more. Write down the answers. We have one more. Prepositions જેટલા બને એટલા practice કરજો, because these prepositions are often confusing. અને તમારી CEPT એક્ઝામમાં તમને prepositions પર ઘણા questions હશે. So ensure that you know the prepositions correctly. Otherwise પણ તમારે correctly English કરવું હોય તો તમને prepositions તો જોઈશે જ. Yes, you can complete the exercise. Now one more quiz. You just have to write down the preposition. Numbers આપેલા છે, તમે 1 નું શું છે, કયું preposition છે, 2 નું કયું છે, 3 નું કયું છે. Just write down the answers. Now let's look at the answers. So first no answer છે, he will stay here until Sunday or till Sunday, both correct. Okay, 8 times સુધી હશે. મેં તમને કીધું હતું until માટે કોઈ action 8 times સુધી ચાલુ રહેશે, તો એની stay કરવાની action ક્યાર સુધી ચાલુ છે? Sunday સુધી. So until, આમાં by નહીં આવે. The doctor gave me a prescription for reason. You know, for gives you reason. In Ahmedabad, place, right? So in Ahmedabad, revolves around the sun. My friend is waiting. Through the library to possible nathi. Out of the library possible nathi. Of the library again. So the correct answer is outside the library. I graduated from Gujarat University in 2000. Again, in longer period matter, it's always in. Fine. Next, they met after a long time this evening. Now again, this che, no preposition. Please take your books, dash the table. Hatavi do. You know, side ma. So off, O-double-F. O-double-F off shows disconnect. I visited Indore last week. Here again, I don't use a preposition. So, every, this, next, last. આ 4 words છે એની જોડે આપણે generally preposition of time નથી use કરતા. Kindly leave your shoes in, over, to or by the door. દરવાજાની બાજુમાં, by the door. Okay, that's the right answer. James cleaned his room by stuffing everything. બધું એને ક્યાં stuff કરી દીધું? Under his bed. So under is the right answer. The professor caught a student cheating. ક્યારે? Exam વખતે. During the exam. Okay. Let's look at the next set of answers. I flew from. Okay. Starting point. From. Or starting place. That is Mumbai. We were late for the meeting, so we ran ની તરફ, towards the office. Movement બતાડે છે, ran. Correct? He was riding fast, so he fell off his bike. Disconnect. We took a boat across the river. Okay, so from one end to the other. He threw the ball over the fence, right, on the other side, over. The car was going in the direction of the bridge. Same direction ma jati thi car bridge na. So was going along the bridge. Ni sathe. Clear? And these are the answers for the picture quiz. First one is across, then through, under, over, in. Okay. Sixth one is towards. See, something is coming towards the box. The ball is coming towards the box. Under. You can even say below to some extent. In front of, past. It's same thi pasar tho. Okay. Ima thi nahi, same thi. And lastly, above. We are talking about the picture that is on the upper side. Okay. So above. And je niche hoite below. So that's about prepositions. Kindly practice a lot of prepositions. At the end, I am going to give you some websites and videos to practice prepositions. The next part of speech is conjunction. Conjunction is also very important. Let's understand. Some basic conjunctions we need to know, not all of them. Let's see what are those. So these are some of the conjunctions we are going to talk about. Some basic conjunctions. Fine. And, but, so, or, because, and although. So let's look at and first. And means in addition to. Apan and apan. So here Ramesh and Suresh, they both are attending online classes. But always shows contrast. And jem be vastu bhegi kare. I like oranges and apples. I love to eat both pizzas and sandwiches. I like music and dance. Okay. So, and always shows in addition to, but shows contrast. I like to attend offline classes, but I am attending online classes these days. Je pella kidu tu enu akhu negative thai jai. But I want to help you, but I can't. Okay. So, but is a contrast. Or always shows choice. Would you like to have tea or coffee? So, or is for choice. Or is also used to talk about warning. Walk slowly or you will fall. So, it's a warning. Don't run. Okay. Don't overspeed or you will be caught. Or tame be rite use karo. Ek you for choice and second you use it to give warning, to warn. Next is so. So gives reason. For example, I was not prepared for the test. So I was awake until late at night. So reason. मैं prepare નહોતું કર્યું એટલે હું રાત્રે late સુધી જાગતી હતી. So always gives reason. I was already late, so I walked fast. કારણ આપે છે. Because again gives reason. I didn't go to college because I was not well. પણ જો તમે આમાં so ના વાપરી શકો. I didn't go to college so I was not well. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay? So તમે ક્યારે use કરો? જ્યારે તમે કારણ આપો છો કંઈક કરવાનું. Although. Although is also used as contrast. Although she was late, she reached college on time. તેમ છતાં. Although means તેમ છતાં. એ ઘરેથી લેટ નીકળી તેમ છતાં એ કોલેજ ટાઈમ પર પહોંચી ગઈ. Okay? Although she had fever, she went to college. Fever હોવા છતાં she went to college. So that is although. Fine. Now let's do an exercise. આમાં એક સાઈડ એક પાર્ટ છે સેન્ટેન્સનો અને બીજી સાઈડ બધા કંજંક્શન્સ વાળા સેન્ટેન્સીસ છે. તમારે એને પેર બનાવીને કનેક્ટ કરવાના છે. એક ફૂલ સેન્ટેન્સ બનાવવાનો છે. ઓકે. સો આઈ એમ ગોઈંગ ટુ ગિવ યુ સમ ટાઈમ. Start doing it. So this is the answer key. Okay. We wanted to go to the cinema, but we watched cricket at home. I often make pancakes because they are quick and easy. Burgers are very delicious, although they are not very healthy. My colleagues are friendly, so reason appet. So I love to work in this office. I'm going grocery shopping and having my lunch outside. So doing two things. So connecting with and. Shall we book the tickets online or we will have to stand? Okay, so a kind of warning. Am kari diye nahi to. Kind of, right? So that's about conjunctions. We'll have this quiz as well. So I'm giving you some time. Kindly choose the correct answer. Complete this also. Yes. So I'll give you some time. Let's look at the answers. You can choose the white dress or the green one. Option, choice. Okay. He was poor, but you have an answer there. But he was honest. She was intelligent and polite. Banne. She cleared her exam, though she didn't prepare well. Although they both mean the same. I did not find the mobile phone of my choice, so I didn't buy. Okay. Life is beautiful. Why? Because I have best friends. Watch your steps. Warning. Watch your steps, or you will fall down. I chose this work because I love doing it. Reason. She was intelligent and rude. Ama correct na ave. Okay. But rude. કારણ કે બે અલગ qualities describe કરે છે. It's not the same. So therefore we say but. કારણ કે આમાં contrast બતાવવામાં આવે છે. She cleared her exam. Why she cleared her exam? Because she had prepared well. Yeah. Though I carried the umbrella, I was completely wet. તેમ છતાં મેં umbrella carry કરી હતી તેમ છતાં. Okay. They make delicious pizzas and sandwiches. So here I am connecting two nouns, pizzas and sandwiches. So that's about conjunctions. Right. With this we have completed all the parts of speech. I hope you have understood all of them. Kindly keep practicing. And our parts of speech जब मैं पहला पण कीधु, they are the building blocks. જેટલા તમારા building blocks મજબૂત હશે, જેટલું તમારું foundation મજબૂત હશે, એટલું જ તમારું building strong બનશે, એટલું જ તમારું English strong થશે. So keep practicing all these parts of speech a lot in order to do well at the exam, and not only that, but also to speak and write English fluently. Thank you.